Which organization has the best platform for us to watch fishing? That's what we're going to talk about right now. If you're new to the channel, my name is Steve Chapman. I've been doing Get Your Fish On for several years, numerous years really, and I've done radio, graphics, been behind the scenes with lure companies and all sorts of stuff. So I love bass fishing. But if you love this kind of content, click that like and subscribe and welcome to the team. There is a drastic difference between the platforms of B.A.S.S and MLF. Now, I'm not going to throw NPFL in here because they're starting a new platform that hopefully works well, is able to stream, and doesn't have a lot of bugs to start off with. But this is really only about the elites or Bassmaster and Major League Fishing. And we're going to give a rating from 1 to 10. Just my rating. I'd love to hear your ratings in the comments below. And we're going to talk about picture quality, commercials, the announcing, how easy it is to watch, the lower third graphics, sound quality, overall experience, and those we're going to give a rating from 1 to 10. And we'll see, in my opinion, which one is better because there's pros and cons to each one. Now, I need to mention, I watch all of it online. I stream it off my computer and then put it through my Apple TV to put it on the big TV as I work during the day. So I don't really watch through Roku or Fox Sports 1 for the Bassmaster Elites. And for Major League Fishing, I don't go through Rumble or anyplace else. I go through their website. And I should mention that the change this year that Bassmaster made after the first event or during the first event, where it's always been Fox Sports 1 and then moved to Roku, where you watched Roku on the first couple days and then Fox Sports 1 on a couple days. I think that's a disaster. I think there's too many places to watch it. And for me, I couldn't get Roku on my TV, on my Apple TV, so it just irritated me. But I know there's lots of happy people that it's moved over. I just don't have either one. So that's why I watch it off my computer. Now, my first category is picture quality. For me, I think that the Major League Fishing picture quality is drastically better than the Elites or Bassmaster. I think that Bassmaster might be using some outdated equipment or something, and it just doesn't come across off their website as crisp and clean as the Major League Fishing website. I don't know if it's they don't have their lens open up for more light. I'm not really sure, but the picture quality is a drastic difference for me. And for me, I gave the Elites an 8 and I gave Major League Fishing a 10 in that category because I can see a difference. And I'm getting old, to be honest. So it just seems like Major League Fishing has a better product that they're putting out picture-wise. Now, commercials are going to be next. I dislike commercials. I understand they have to have commercials. I do understand it. I will say I think that commercials are too repetitive. I also think that Bass puts the commercials on way too much. It seems like every 10, 11 minutes, there's a 4 or 5 minute commercial break. And doing radio, I realize that you have to have commercials. But it seems to be a lot longer than the Major League Fishing commercial break. Having said that, I think the MLF commercial break is repetitive too. I think they have little less commercials, but they seem to get back into it. In this case, I gave the Elites a 6 and I gave MLF a 7 because, quite honestly, there just is too many commercials. Now, announcing is one that could get me in a lot of trouble. There are things I like and dislike about both. I like that Major League Fishing allows the angler to talk and they don't talk over him. I found that in the first event this year, there was a lot of announcing going on over top of the anglers or even music. But I think that Tommy and Davey and Mercer and all of them do a great job. I gave them a 9. On the MLF side, JT, and I don't know his name right off the top of my head, and I apologize, I think they do a fantastic job also. But I think Major League Fishing does the same, or has the same score as the Elites, so I gave them a 9 also. How easy is it to watch? Well, To be honest, if you watch it online, it's as easy as possible. So if you're going on Roku or whatever it is, these days people stream it different ways. There's numerous ways to find it. Now, if they have technical difficulties, that's on them, but it's still easy to watch at some point. So both of them got a 10 in this instance. Lower third graphics. So you don't know what that is. That's the bottom scrolling, or the graphics that show up. This one is one that I'm not on board with the elites. The elites only show the top 10 anglers. Everybody else, who the hell knows? I don't know if it's they want you to go to B.A.S.S track to click on another thing to tell you who it is. Where the the BPT and the invitationals, they're scrolling people nonstop. They've got a thing over here that tells you the top every angler on the BPT. Elites don't do that. They only show the top 10. And from someone who wants to know where his favorite anglers are, I have to go to another page to find them, and I think that sucks. I think it's a terrible decision. In this case, B.A.S.S got a 2, MLF got a 10. Now, sound quality is one that can go up and down depending on what's going on during the event. In this last event during the elites, I found a humming noise that went on during the halftime show that made me crazy. But most of the time, both organizations sound perfect. There's no static. There's no repeats. There's no sound bouncing. There's all this stuff. So in this instance, I gave both of them a 9, excluding the halftime show. So the elites get an 8. They're going to get a point down because the sound on the halftime show didn't sound right. It sounded modulated. So 9 MLF, 8 elites. Now the overall experience is one that really you could fine pick and knit and grab little things and go, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that, I don't agree with this. You can do that. I think that both organizations do a really good job. I think that the set for the elites is insane. I think that set that Tommy's in is so much better than the MLF deal that it's not even funny. It looks like MLF is locked in a little closet and they only have a little bit of space, where when you see the elites, it's this big wide open space with great graphics and areas. So I think that there's pros and cons to each. If I go by overall experience for the fans, I think that they're probably pretty close. I think when you look at it, the picture quality is very important. And I do think the picture quality is better on the BPT than the elites. But overall fan experience, I'm going to give them both an 8 because I wouldn't say they're perfect. The commercials are too long. Sometimes you have anglers who aren't the best to talk in front of a camera on. And I appreciate when an angler comes on who unfortunately might not have made the cut and comes in and talks about his experience or his knowledge. I do really love that. That's what I want to hear. But I'm different from everybody else. I'm probably one of the few people that watches a majority of each event, unless there's a swim meet. I try to watch as much as possible so I can get the best knowledge I can to move forward with the channel. But what do you think? Give me your overall score for all of them. Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and all the new members and all the people who are interactive on the channel. I so appreciate you guys. I can't even say it enough. I'm humbled and I just think you guys are awesome. So thank you. You guys rock. But if you're not a subscriber, you should be. Click that button and welcome to the team. Friday nights, we're going live. Maybe not this Friday or the next Friday, but we're going live soon. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, this week we're going to just have a fun show with just questions and answers. So if you're free, come to the channel and have some fun and talk fishing. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, take your kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.